Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.
Yes, people, welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome to Live at 5. Happy Monday. All those 3-point collectors out there, big up to all of you lot. But obviously, we are sponsored by Rocket Mobile. £16 a month for unlimited calls, text, data, and 20 gigs to use when you're abroad in the EU. As I said, all for just £16 a month plus perks, content, and other prizes as soon as you make that switch. So either scan the QR code on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, or if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description to learn more after the show about this fantastic deal. Now, I had a great weekend. I had a great Sunday. Laurie, you had a good weekend. You had a fantastic Saturday, didn't you?
I always do.
FJ, you were here with me yesterday afternoon. 24 hours later, how you feeling, buddy?
Lost for words.
Let me know. How do you feel, my friend?
Lost for words. Disappointed. It's shameful. It's shameful. It is shameful. It's shameful. But we'll get into it.
Yeah, well, I think for me, I feel like that is like the Liverpool game is the place to start. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. Obviously, you've got Champions League games coming up and everything.
I need to pick you up on something.
Yeah?
Are you really wearing a Juve top?
I own a lot of football shirts. I was at the gym earlier on today. This Juve kit, I think, is from 2017 or something.
Are you allowed to do that as a staunch, die-hard Man United fan to be seen out?
I feel like people can own kits of clubs not in their country.
Really?
I've always thought it like that way. Like, let's see, I've got a couple kits at home from other clubs. Like, right, it could be like I've got a Japanese club kit.
The non-Arsenal top you'll see me in is
Jamaica.
either England or Jamaica.
No, fair enough. I don't know. I buy a load of kits. I've got a Real Madrid kit which I'll put on tomorrow because I want them to beat City.
Yeah,
I will be wearing that because I want them to beat City. I am there. I am a Real Madrid fan tomorrow.
No, I don't.
I buy a load of kits.
Hey, you see me? I would never ever wear a colours of another football club other than my own.
For me, if it's not another English team, not another British team, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Unless I was
that's
forced to.
blasphemy, that.
Yeah, I would never do that. But like, how much do I care? I don't support Juventus.
You play Juve, right, in the Champions League next season.
Right. Then I won't wear it because they're my ops. Juventus aren't my ops.
But somebody might have had a picture of you with a Juve top on, and they'll be questioning your loyalty towards Man United.
Yeah, but if we're playing Juventus, I wouldn't wear the kit for that season or anything.
No, but someone might have pictured you already in it and then say, look, how can this man claim to support Man United when he's pictured here in a Juve?
Loads of people wear kits from other clubs. Like I've got, I can't remember what club it is, but I went to Japan last year. I bought a kit in the there in one of the Japanese kits. This was half price about 10 years ago on the Adidas website, so I thought, yeah, I'll buy that gym shirt.
No, okay, I'm just...
Yeah, I come straight from the gym.
Back in my day, you would never have seen that. Anyway,
some people are saying there's a lot of swag. There's a lot of swag, yeah. Some people say
Also,
as long as not
stuff
the same
is more
team.
fashionable,
Swag.
isn't it?
There's some kits that are.
Oh, wait, hold on. As an Arsenal fan, you cannot talk about football and swag and stuff because Arsenal have released 50 different ranges in the last few seasons. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll find people who support, I don't know, clubs in Portugal or something who might like one of the Arsenal things and will buy it because it's half price on the Adidas website.
I guess, yeah.
Like, would you be annoyed if a Napoli fan was wearing a Chelsea kit?
I wouldn't care.
Who cares? Exactly.
But I would say this, I can't see myself rocking the top of another European team.
There's a Barcelona fan in here says wear United kit, Juventus kit, Milan kit.
No,
people just wear kits these days.
It's a generational thing.
It might just be a generational thing. Because back in my day, back in your day, maybe not.
See, back in the day, Let's put a poll up. Is it alright to wear other kits, or do you wear
if they're not the same country?
If it was some,
you will never catch me in another Premier League team's kit.
I'll make an exception.
What about Championship?
No, I'll probably not.
Okay. I'd make an exception for some obscure club in some far-flung place.
Like Bodo Glimt?
No, not even them. Maybe a Mexican team or Argentine team or
unknown team.
Caribbean team, or African team.
Or like Boca Juniors.
Maybe. Boca Juniors. No, not.
But what kind of offer Boca Juniors to a Premier League team?
But I see people wear the pink Juve top. That pink Juve top is sick. It's so good.
That's a really nice top.
Nice one. But I see other people wearing other kits, but
could you do it though?
I can't wear another kit. No, I can't wear another kit.
Anyway, let's move.
I mean, well, I will.
It's swag.
Well, it's just. Yeah. Well, kits are also fashionable these days, anyway. 100%. This one particularly isn't. I wear it because I run in it. I think no, it's like this. It's the kit from the season before Ronaldo joined them, like 2016, 17 or something. I remember because I was just buying some gym stuff on Adidas, and I saw that it was like half price. It was like 25 quid or something. I was like, yeah, why not? Because I've got.
If you saw a Liverpool when it was quarter price, would you buy it?
No, of course not. Of course not. Premier League teams, other English teams, no, definitely not.
What about obscure English
European
team, non-league?
Who's an obscure English team?
Say a non-league team then. Would you wear colours of them?
Why would I end up in that
because
situation?
The shirt looks good.
Probably
swag, like we said.
Probably not. Maybe if it's somewhere that I lived. So, for example, I don't know. Maybe I go watch a Barnet game or something.
But that's
kind of just that's funny. But then I wouldn't spend my money on that.
I'd probably wear an Enfield top, but then that's because that's my local team, Enfield. They're not Premier League side.
Yeah, well let's say I go watch a Dulwich Hamlets game on the international break or something. I don't know, and they've got a cool kit. Maybe I don't know. But that's like a non-league team. That's kind of just funny, isn't it?
That's a potential rival. But anyway, let's go.
Nah, they're not my rival at the moment. I don't really care. And if they are, then I won't wear the shirt. But anyway, had enough time not talking about Liverpool. I want to talk about Liverpool again because specifically, actually, I want to talk about Szoboszlai. I want to talk about Szoboszlai because he came out yesterday after the game and was talking about the fans. So obviously, Liverpool's performance on the pitch yesterday, we can all agree, right? It was terrible. I would argue Spurs over the 90 minutes were probably the better team.
More shots,
but that is more shots on target. Also, they had. The expectations weren't on Spurs' side, which always massively helps, right?
And they outran us by 15%.
Outran us more shots. As you're saying, we were on the watch along yesterday, and we were saying Richarlison probably should have had a hat trick. On another day, he probably scores 3, which is mad. And like Ekitike came on yesterday,
shocking.
Wasn't good at all.
Salah came on yesterday, shocking.
But
Jones came on yesterday on the 10, shocking. Frimpong starting on the right, shocking. McAllister, start shocking. Van Dijk, I don't know what he's playing at. Robertson comes onto the pitch. Are you going to win the header or are you going to push him? Which one are you going to do? Robertson comes on the pitch. First touch of the ball, bad pass. Next touch of the ball, loses the ball. He's got a duel in the air. The ball's in the air. Go for the header. Go for the header. Loses that challenge. 1v1, Van Dijk, and is it Tell? Is it Van Dijk and is it Koulibaly?
Yeah.
Van Dijk and Koulibaly, 1v1, scuffling. What? Gomez comes across, leaves Richarlison by himself.
It was an absolute horror show from Liverpool yesterday, I think.
So that means that, so basically what you guys are saying is that Spurs rocked up at your ground.
Rocked up?
And wanted it more than you lot.
Rocked up?
Shameful.
They walked into our ground and said to us, yeah, we're rubbish, but you lot are rubbish as well. Wow. So we're going to come
here.
They
really did.
We're going to come here.
Honestly. I didn't see it.
Honestly, mate.
I saw the highlights.
Honestly, it was like...
You know I never watched the game because I went out with my girlfriend and...
Mother's Day, yeah.
Yeah. And I just took it as read that you were going to smoke them. I didn't even think you were beating them. I thought you were going to smoke
them. That's what I thought. All I wanted was a performance for Wednesday.
You actually kept Tudor in his job.
Yeah, we're still there at the moment.
Oh my! I can't believe it. Tottenham, 14 injuries. They had 14 injuries.
Yeah, they had Pedro Porro playing at right centre back.
He was their captain. Pedro Porro's their captain.
And he actually remained on the pitch.
That's Tottenham's B team. Tottenham's B team. Second half, Tudor out-coached Slot.
Would you
Second
say,
half,
right,
out-coached him?
I've asked you this question before. Will you now admit it that this defence of the title, so-called defence, is the worst defence of a Premier League title in history?
Why? Because we're not finishing second or third.
No, because of just the way you've
But
imploded.
I still don't think it is.
I don't think
It's
the
still
worst.
not as bad as Leicester or Chelsea. Leicester, kind of, you can forgive them because like winning the Premier League title was crazy to start with them.
Yeah, but
Chelsea's
that's why this
Chelsea's
one's
when they
arguably
finished.
worse.
But what about
with
when
Leicester-
Chelsea finished?
yeah,
Chelsea
let me
finished
jump
8th. Hazard had like 1 goal all season.
Statistically, right, you are right. It's Leicester because the very next season, my man got sacked, didn't he?
Yeah, Ranieri.
Yeah. But when you consider the kind of club Liverpool are, the amount of money they spent in the close season, broke all records. That's why I'm going for Liverpool, because with Leicester, number one.
But what about Chelsea's when they finished 8th? Like let's say Liverpool still finish in the top 5, still get Champions League and stuff.
But at this rate, I don't think they will.
I mean, I would still give them the odds over Villa, for example.
I'm not so sure, man.
We're
Like
making top four.
Villa have won 2 in 10.
Yeah, we're making top 4, 100%.
When Villa beat us in December, that put them 10 points clear of Man United. 10 points clear of Man United in December. We're now 3 points above them. We've gained 13 points on and then over them in that period.
They're focusing on Europe. You know,
And also,
we're focusing on Europe and FA Cup.
right, you're focusing on trying to score on a goal against Galatasaray at the
We
moment.
could only score 1 against Tottenham.
I've got to say as well, Ekitike's body language yesterday was terrible, man.
Came on the
Sitting
pitch.
there on the bench.
Ekitike came on the pitch
with his hood
yesterday.
over his head and sulking.
Came on the pitch yesterday. We had a counter attack, 3v2 counter attack. Shocking decision making, poor execution.
No, but
you just
I'm
came onto the
talking about his
pitch.
body language on the bench.
Body
think that's
body
poor.
language, body everything.
What was he doing
bad.
on the bench? I don't know.
Basically, he had
Sulking.
He had his hood up over his head. He weren't engaging with anybody. He just sat there doing that.
Yeah, the best players want to play. You know, best players want to play. I don't mind that
Yeah,
body
but when
language.
you're playing for a club of Liverpool standing, you've got to conduct yourself professionally, man.
No,
It's not all about him. See, and that is the reason why I was so
Adamant.
adamant, so I was so annoyed with Salah, because when you do what he did, then you create that
snowball
vibe
effect, yeah.
whereby other people think they can start sulking as well. And that's what Ekitike did.
I don't.
See, this is him. He was like that. I was like, yeah.
He's not happy. He's not happy. He wants to play. He wants to play
but
every game.
They all want to play. All
Yeah.
the subs want to play, but come on, bro.
Okay.
But,
You're
but
undermining
the
your
other
club.
the other thing I would ask about that is kind of how long was the clip and how often, because it could have just been like a 3-second period over the course of 2 hours that someone wasn't absolutely engaged. It could have been in the first half maybe as
Yeah,
well.
but I just-
Like it could have just been, obviously, because we know how these cameramen work. We know how like Sky Sports TNT and stuff, but they want this kind of stuff. So maybe it's a case of the cameraman spotted it for that split second and then put it on him. But in the other 60 minutes, he was talking engaged. We don't know. Is the one thing I would
I'll
say
give
to
you
that.
I'll give you that. I just thought the optics of it were very poor.
I still
yeah,
don't
look
think.
bad.
I think we got to assess. We got to wait till the end of the season to actually talk about if it's the worst title. It's a terrible title defense. It's bottom 3.
It's
arguably
definitely up there.
It's definitely up there. But if they get Champions League, I can't say it's worse than Chelsea's because
win Champions League.
Huh? No, if you qualify for the Champions League, like if you finish in the top 5 and you qualify for the Champions League, it's not the worst because Chelsea finishing 8th when Hazard he scored 2 goals that season. It took him like 9 months or a whole year. He went without scoring because Salah's been bad, but what happened with Hazard was still worse. But it's still not great by any
Is Salah
means.
done, or is he not
Done.
playing for the manager no more? Like I look
A
at
bit
the
of
team.
both.
Yeah,
No, I think he's just.
I think he's done, man.
I look at the team and I feel like the team's not even playing for the manager no more. They're not really listening to the tactics. The tactics that the manager.
But do they know what he's? What do they actually know what he's asking of them?
for
That's
me-
half the question.
For me, watching the match, there's no overlaps. Everything's underlap. We don't have them players to do underlaps. Arsenal do underlaps. Teams do. City do underlaps. We can't do underlaps. We got wing backs for overlap. We don't have like underlap right backs and left backs. So Bosley wants to play right back. He puts Bosley right back. We've lost everything that Bosley provides for us in the middle. You want to put him right back? Instead of putting him right back, put him in the
He's
middle.
been when you're one standout player. What did he
Yes.
say then? What's he?
But so this is one of the things I want to come on to. Is so Soboslai said, this is just some of the quotes from him after the game. He spoke to journalists after the match and he said, I don't think it helps us that after 80 minutes, people start going home. So he's talking about the fans. Everyone is noticing that. And when we concede a goal, still people are leaving the stadium. I understand the frustration, but we need them. I think it should be normal that in hard times, we stick together even more. We want to make make them happy. It's not that we do it on purpose. They can be angry, but stick with us because we are a family and we need you
You know
guys.
what? Before you answer that, how ironic is it that he said that? And what is your flagship song? You'll never walk alone.
Never walk alone.
Why are you not walking along with Soboslai and the man then?
No, we're not. Me personally, I'm not walking alone. I'm walking with them. I got faith in them. I'm still
Walking out, yeah?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not walking out. I still have faith in them, but it's just the decision makings. The little decision makings are costing us so much. Like I prefer Szoboszlai play in the middle. You could have put Frimpong right back. You could have started Salah. You could have played Chiesa. Just keep Szoboszlai in the middle. We're losing so much.
No, but Soboslai was your best player at right back yesterday. He scored your only goal, and he was actually.
We don't want our best player of the season. We don't want our best player of the season playing right back. We want him playing in the middle.
You had one of your best players as your right back in Trent for years.
No, but as in, I don't want our player of the season right now is Szoboszlai. Him playing right back, we're losing so much of his talent in the middle and his performance and what he can do for us in the middle. He could have switched it up yesterday. He could have started Frimpong right back, put McAllister in the middle, no, take off McAllister, put Szoboszlai in the middle and started Chiesa or Salah on the right. It would have been a different game. It would have been a different game. Wirtz is kind of coming back from an injury, so I don't think Wirtz is 100%. But Wirtz that game yesterday, shocking, poor performance. Like the whole team poor yesterday. It's only Alisson and Rio that literally just came out of the
Rio won man of the match.
Yeah, Rio played well. Rio's young, so he's a breath of fresh air. So he's fearless. So when he comes on the ball, he's not scared to do stuff. But me personally, I would have brought Rio on. To liven up the energy. But Slot, there's a lot of people talking about your job. People they're not having faith in you no more. They're questioning your decision making. They're questioning if the team still wants to play under you. It's harder to sack 20 players than to sack one manager.
You can't sack a squad, but you can sack a manager.
So you want to sack the manager?
Classic
Can't
say.
sack 20 players, but you can sack one manager.
Yeah, but do you want to sack the manager? Is that what you're saying? Sack him?
Me personally, no. I'll keep Slot.
You keep the 20 players.
So I think this leads very well on to talking about tomorrow. Yeah, and how big is this for Slot? Because let's say PSG go through, and let's say you do go through, right? If you get knocked out to PSG, that's a different story to being knocked out to with all due respect, Galatasaray. It's a different story to being knocked out to Galatasaray. You're already 1-0 down. You already put in a pretty poor performance away from home. You then back that up with an even worse performance against a terrible Spurs team who they've not won since December. Spurs have. This is what Dean was telling us yesterday.
Tudor hasn't even got a point.
Yeah, well, he's now got a point.
Now
You gave him the point.
Oh my
so
God.
then, in accumulation of the last week or so, how big is this game for Slot? Is it genuinely coming down to these 90 up to 120 minutes for him?
This is a final. This Galatasaray game is a final for him.
Is he genuinely fighting for his job with this game?
Personally, I don't think he's fighting for it. I actually think
100%.
I actually think he's safer than we think.
Nah, bro.
I actually think he's safer than.
I reckon you're sleepwalking into him getting. Listen, if they don't, I do believe that they'll, on balance, they'll overcome Galatasaray tomorrow. But then I thought you'd smoke Liverpool. If you lose tomorrow, he's done. He's cooked.
So why sack? So then, if they sack him after Wednesday's match, then that's poor management. How can you sack him?
Okay,
now,
even if they don't sack him,
you could have sacked him in January.
Okay, even if they don't sack him tomorrow,
Yeah.
in principle, he's done. Come summer, he's out of there.
The parallel that I want to draw to this
He's
slightly,
probably
and I know it's bringing it back to United a bit, is that it's the way that once we decided that David Moyes wasn't up to the business, right? And I know obviously horrible transfer window. The only person we gave him was Fellaini. Spent the entire time chasing Cruz, and that was a whole separate story. But when it became obvious that we weren't going to retain the league title, obviously when Sir Alex Ferguson won it in 2012-13. Moyes, we were like, look, we're still in the Champions League. We're just going to see what you could do in the Champions League. And then after we got knocked out the Champions League, that's when they then decided, right, you're gone, we're sacking him.
Who'd you replace
And then, Giggs came in for the rest of the season that season. Then we went and got a new manager, Louis van Gaal, in the summer, that following summer. I feel like with Liverpool, that might, I don't know, obviously, but that might be what they're thinking is, realistically, we're not fighting for the league title, which was, I mean, we all sat here, and obviously DR Sports all sat here making the prediction in the summer, who's going to win the league. I said Liverpool. I was like, realistically, Liverpool going to be the Liverpool. They've spent so much money. They've brought in one of the best strikers we've seen in the Europe last season. They've brought in one of the best young talents we've seen. They've brought in another right back. They've replaced Trent with a like-for-like player. They've still got a great midfielder. Gravenberch was incredible last season. Van Dijk, Konate, etc. We were like, okay, these guys are going to do the business. They haven't, and it's been incredibly disappointing. But you are still in the Champions League, and there is still stuff to fight for, which is why I'm thinking, as long as there is something to fight for, they will keep Slot. But the second there is nothing to fight for, i.e. that, even if it's slightly far-fetched, the Champions League trophy, FA Cup, and trying to get back into the Champions League through the Premier League, he will stay. But then I'm also finding it hard to see him at Anfield next season, almost, unless it's Champions League, almost no matter what.
But it matters who they're going to replace him with. Who did they want to replace him with? Luis Enrique? Or
Probably the
Alonso?
best manager in the world, Luis Enrique.
You think he's the best manager in the world?
In the last 5-6 years or so.
You think Luis...
He's won 2 trebles. He won a treble with Barcelona and then won a treble with PSG. He's done things at PSG that, you know, that no other manager could. Luis Enrique is incredible.
Liverpool can't play that kind of football. Liverpool are not going to play that kind of football. Like, Slot's trying to come here, implement his style of play, short passing and moving.
But that's the kind of football that Liverpool shouldn't be playing. The football that Slot's currently got.
We can't play that football. Slot's trying to play that football right now. And it shows that we're not creating no chances. We're easy to pick off. Our counter-attacks, everything's slow. Everything's so bad with this style of play. So if we're going to get Luis Enrique, it's the same kind of play. Short passing and moving. We can't play like that. We don't have the right kind of play.
PSG's team and Liverpool's team are night and day. It's beyond different.
Yeah, and it's more technically gifted players. More technically gifted players in the PSG team. That can keep the ball and move around the ball.
Right. Okay, Laurie, actually, I'll come with you. So let's say in this scenario, let's say Liverpool sack Slot either now or the end of the season or whatever, and they bring in a new manager. Who is the best option, do you think, for Liverpool? Because like Xabi Alonso, obviously, is a great manager. He didn't work at Real Madrid, but we've seen at Bayer Leverkusen, he was fantastic. There are other managers out there, but there are also multiple clubs who will be looking for a new... Spurs will be looking for a new manager, especially if they stay in the Premier League. United might be looking for a new manager in the summer as well. Liverpool could be looking for a new manager. Even, like, you can't rule out Chelsea even going for a new manager in the summer as well. But are there any names for you that stick out there for Liverpool big time?
If I was the Liverpool hierarchy, I would go down on my hands and knees and go and see Jurgen Klopp and beg him to come back.
It's interesting you bring that up, actually, because...
Seriously?
Because Deja Vu 6196 says, greetings to my favourite panel. Big up, as always, Deja Vu. Thoughts on the news of Klopp wanting to return to managing? Also, if Spurs went down, which of their players would you fancy buying if they were available for cheap? The Klopp stuff, I haven't seen it personally myself. I don't know if the chat can tell me where that's come from, but you think it's still Jurgen Klopp, come back after 2 years... come back to management.
It never works out when they come back. It doesn't work out.
I'd be tempted to give him a try. The reason why I say that is because it's not that far along since he was there. So it's not like, you know what I mean, he's spent years away from the Premier League.
Football's changed. All his players have changed. Football's changed. All his players have changed. The way Klopp used to play, he don't have them players no more.
You're doing that. Oh, Harry, he's been out the game. Nah.
No, the players that he had, they were all young, fiery, energetic.
Think about why.
But so many of your players now are quite young. But so many of your players right now are young. That's part of the reason, like we were talking about it's a young squad.
Our main hitters, our main players, like our spine was young, and they were all energetic and running with the energy of Klopp. If he comes now, that's not going to be the same no more.
But think about your squad. You've got Alexander Isak, who's, I want to say, 25, 26. Like, that's young / going into prime. Ekitike's 22.
I don't see it.
Frimpong's 22, 23 or something. Kirkez is young. Joe Gomez, like, your centre-backs aren't young. But then Gravenberch is still also, like, only 25 as well. Slot has a fairly young squad here.
But fairly young squad that don't do what we need to do. Our counter-press is the worst. I've never seen our counter-press like this. We don't press. We don't do nothing. So we're going to get a manager that wants to come and press. We ain't got the players and the capability of that. We don't have them legs. We've got no pace in our team. Zero pace in our team.
But is that not to a certain extent down to the fact that possibly the players just don't buy into Slot anymore?
And that's the question.
Because last time, maybe they never really did, but Mo Salah was just scoring loads of goals, so they bought into Salah pretty much last season. They bought into Gravenberch, Salah and Alisson, who were the three players who were just stunning for you last season. The players maybe just went, I'll buy into him, I'll buy into them. But maybe they were never really massively sold on Slot.
Ever since that patch we had a crazy patch. That patch we had, I think, the players...
Toward earlier in the season when you just lost like 7 in a row or something?
I think after that patch, players' head went kind of down. But that's a bad mentality to have. We can go through a rough patch, but still... But for the fact what happened with Salah doesn't help out with the squad either. But I'm still slotting. I am actually still slotting. And I don't think we're going to sack him during the season. Like me personally, I'll give him to the end of the season. We would qualify for Champions League. So we would qualify for Champions League, give him to the end of the season, see how the summer goes, because it's going to World Cup summer, you know, so a different kind of summer, and let's give him till the Christmas.
Oh yeah, Diaz as well. Actually, good shout, Terry. Just in terms of like players who played well last season for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think what for me, what I've learned about Liverpool this season is last season you won that league title because just a few of your individual players were just beyond amazing, rather than it being like a tactical masterclass from
It's never been a tactical masterclass. It's never been a tactical masterclass. Look at Arsenal. It's never been a tactical masterclass. It's just been corners. You know,
I knew you couldn't even keep a straight face when you were saying that.
I thought you were better than that.
I had to. But yeah,
Stop.
poor.
Come on.
Tactically,
You see, when you come with that, I actually feel sorry for you because now you're digging low.
But it's true
and,
though.
And I've known you. You're
It's
very
true though,
educated man. You know your football. What you're doing, you're resorting to the stuff that is not becoming of a man like you. You know better. You're doing that because you've heard other people say it.
He's done.
We are so those 2 goals we scored on Saturday, they're corners, were they? None of them were corners.
The open goals though.
Wait,
That last goal that Dalman
You
scored,
can't
that
have-
fantastic piece of skill, was that a corner?
2 open goals.
Was that a set piece?
But the difference. Oh wow, come on.
Was that an own goal? Was that an own goal?
The difference is that we are both not playing good, but you lot are getting results. Arsenal are getting results. That's the difference.
that's-
If we won 1-0, I won't be happy because our performance was shocking. We didn't even
What yesterday?
yesterday. I was still
Yeah, you were dead.
Like, it was 1-0, 70th minute. We had 2-3 chances to kill the game off and make it 2-0. It's a different game. People just missing chances, taking chances for granted, acting like there's going to be another chance coming like in 2 seconds' time. Bad mentality of football, poor mentality of football. This guy made the worst substitutions he can ever do in a football match. He took off Frimpong, no pace no more. Gakpo always plays 90 minutes. I don't know what, he loves Gakpo so much. Took Gakpo off in the middle, put
It's his
Gakpo on
son.
the left. Brought on Ekitike, left McAllister on the pitch. Brought on Jones, took off Wirtz. No creativity in that team. No pace, no nothing. Ekitike comes on the pitch, shocking performance. Galatasaray was playing a high line. Against Liverpool. They're acting like they're Barcelona. They were playing a high line against Liverpool. And we
It's
couldn't...
actually kind of disrespectful, isn't it?
Disrespectful.
It really is.
What? Oh, yeah. This is Liverpool coming. They got no pace, nothing. We're going to play a high line. Let's see if they can get in behind us. We didn't even score 1 goal. We couldn't even score,
Is it that
2 goals against Tottenham.
you missed an open goal and then that was kind of it?
We missed so many half chances that all these half chances cost us. All these half chances
I hear
cost
it.
us. It's so bad.
But on the topic of Champions League, you know, we got some big games coming up this midweek, especially considering last week's results. So we'll start with Tuesday. And I think we may as well, actually, I want to start with Chelsea because slightly, Chelsea obviously 5-2 down away from PSG. But I mean, it was a bad week for all English teams last week.
Actually, while we're talking about Chelsea, can we spend a minute to talk about the Chelsea manager for a second?
Yeah, you can. Because by the way, because I want to say it has come out saying that Chelsea are set to scrap their centre circle huddle after deciding that it's grown into a distraction. They no longer want to respect the football.
Liam Rosenior, like, bro, as another person of colour, I'm going to say this outright. When you got the job, I was made up for you, bro. I really was. Even as an Arsenal fan, as a man that I ain't really got too many feelings for Chelsea. But we'll put that to the side for 1 second. I was just happy to see another person of colour, black manager, get a job, especially a young guy with a growing reputation. Spoke well of you. Bro, chill, man. Like, all this extra stuff you're doing, all the 10 words just to say one, bro, you're doing too much. Please, allow it, bro. I'm giving you some advice as an elder. I'm not trying to tell you football advice because, hey, you know your team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell you about all I'm saying to you, bro, just focus on what you got to focus on. Put all that extra stuff because it's making you look bad in these streets, bro. Even man like me and FJ and Dylan, people that want to see you do well, we're looking at this stuff, we're saying, yo, come on, bro. You got man like Rory Jennings calling you out your name. And I can't even really ride for you because you're making yourself look like an idiot. Bro. Stop.
You know what I find
Just
crazy is, so talking about Rossini is one thing.
Do you
but
agree, FJ?
Yeah, everything he's trying to he's trying
too hard, man.
But he's trying to do a stamp on his team, you know. He's doing well, but the last couple of games kind of going.
No, but you make it. No, but you know what he's doing? He's making the stuff that he's doing off the pitch assume more importance than what you're doing on the pitch. You're actually he's getting a few results, and they're not doing too bad. I mean, you can't beat Arsenal, but then most teams can't. But bro, seriously, just
speak for yourself.
Focus on the football. Get your tactics right, and leave all the extra stuff. All this trying to be this kind of black Jose Mourinho and this kind of nutty professor thing. You've not acquired the status of a professor. So just put that to one side and focus on your team.
So you think off the pitch stuff is detrimental to the on the pitch stuff?
The whole demeanour or that whole persona that he's trying to create is taken away from what he does best, which is managing. He's a young manager.
Aging men, as he says.
Bro.
I know. But the thing is, you know what
Liam,
what I
please,
find so
stop.
mad about specific. I know it's only one thing, but it's one thing in a grand scheme of a number of things that happened under Rossini so far, is this whole centre circle thing, and specifically the surrounding of the referee before the Newcastle game. It just makes me feel like these Chelsea players don't take their job seriously enough.
The banter.
There is no, you are fighting for Champions League spaces. You are fighting, because if they don't get Champions League, I'm sure it'll be the same as every other club. Your wages are going to get reduced at the end of this season if you don't get Champions League. You are 5-2 down off the first. You got pumped away from home with PSG. And you did this whole surround the ball thing for a couple of times. And what you've done now is you trap the referee in it. Clearly, but I see it and think they are not taking their job seriously enough, because you are playing against Newcastle, who are resurgent a little bit. Obviously, they beat United. They're fighting to try and get back into European spots. They had a great result against Barcelona, and you're busy basically playing a practical joke before kickoff, before then losing again. And your back line, for when Newcastle scored, their back line was all over the place. I genuinely feel, to a certain extent, these Chelsea players just are not taking their job seriously enough. And to a certain extent, that will come from Liam Rossini, not because as a player, obviously, you're an employee, you play for the club, play for the badge and everything. But at the same time, that trickles down from the manager. If the manager doesn't maybe take his job seriously enough or show you exactly why you must be fighting for 90 minutes on a pitch rather than just doing some funny stuff on the centre circle surrounding the referee, it's a joke. If I was a Chelsea fan, I would be absolutely livid with the last 7 days or so, and even the last couple of weeks.
It wasn't the first time.
Because they've done that huddle a few times around the ball on the centre circle, but that's one thing, and they got some flack for it. Surrounding the referee, also the referee, by the way, who should have just told them to move. The fact he accepted it as well is also a joke. But I think the whole thing is such a joke, and it shows a lack of care and actual professionalism. It does.
I'll tell you what else you need to worry about as well. I heard news today that Reece James is out now for the...
So Reece James is out for a number of weeks with a hamstring injury, about 3 days after signing a new contract.
That's why Trent's better than him. Injury rules. That's why Trent is better than him. But maybe he's doing this for the World Cup. He's saving himself for the World Cup. Maybe. But yeah, that's why Trent's better than him. He always gets injured, to be honest.
So according to The Guardian, it says it's unclear how long James will spend on the sidelines, but conservative estimates are that the 26-year-old, his first hamstring injury in about 2.5 years, will keep him out for quote-unquote several weeks. Which also, but also, if it's several weeks, is he going to get in the England squad? If he's out, let's say he's out for 5, 6, 7 weeks, right? He will miss the rest of this season.
Who's the best right back? I think it's probably James.
Right backs at the moment, England-wise. So what? Kyle Walker's just retired.
Yeah.
You've got Reece James, Trent.
With Ben who?
A fit Ben White is up there.
Ben who?
No, but doesn't Ben White refuse to play for England?
Not now. No, not now.
Ben who?
But he's not been called up since he's
no,
stopped refusing to play for England.
But that,
Wait, Ben who? Who
that issue that he had, Ben White.
Oh, who's
Yeah, but he doesn't start for Arsenal.
Yeah, at the
Why would
moment-
he start for England?
That guy
but
better not make the squad.
No, but you can't say that.
Yeah, but also-
Timber would walk into England's team.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is you're saying a fit Ben White would be great, but also a fit Reece James would be. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about genuinely at the moment,
Yeah, I know, but
Ben White's not playing for Arsenal
And he's
too
not
much
good
or
enough.
at
He's not good
all.
enough for England
no,
either.
but hold on. What I'm saying is right. I agree that a fit Reece James. Is
Livramento, again, plays most weeks for Newcastle over Ben White, who
Livermento's
doesn't.
Not better than Ben White.
Oh my
But
God.
Reece James, you could make an argument for.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now, let's say Reece James isn't there. We're talking like not hypotheticals, but real scenario.
I think Ben White is fit enough to play football. He's on the bench. He's just a James.
Yeah, but if he's not starting, whereas Livramento and co, maybe Trent is starting again for Real Madrid, why would Tuchel go with Ben White?
Because he's a very good player.
Yeah, but he's not playing.
That's because he's been
Not
Timber's
as
been
good-
preferred to him, and Timber
Yeah, but-
preferred to most. Right.
But why would Thomas Tuchel go with Ben White, who's not playing as much, compared to all the players who are super fit?
There's 3 people.
I just said that a fit Reece James is the number one
Yeah.
fullback in this country, which I'm saying that because I'm just being honest. He is.
Not true.
However, if he's out for several weeks and he's not able to, as you said, get on the plane, then that means the manager is forced to look at alternatives. And I'm saying
Trent.
a fit Ben White and Trent are players that he could look at.
Maybe,
A fit Ben White, honestly, is a very, very good.
yeah, but Ben White is a good fullback. I don't disagree with. But I just feel like if we're talking about practicalities here, if Ben White isn't playing for Arsenal, then that will harm his chances of being selected over someone who is playing week in, week out, such as Livramento or such a. You know, it's kind of mad that England's fullback pairing could just be Newcastle's fullback pairing for the World Cup in Livramento and Hall, because Lewis Hall at the moment, best English right back on form.
Burn might get a start as well.
No, it'll most likely be Mark Gay, 100% starting, and probably Konza.
Oh, okay.
It probably will be because they've been 2 of the best English centre backs, or maybe Harry Maguire because Maguire's been great as well. But I don't think Maguire would start over those other
Maguire
2.
better not get on that plane.
Oh, he should be on that plane.
Maguire.
Yeah.
After that diving he was doing, Laurie. After all that diving, actually,
All that one dive. Now look, Maguire's
so you
been
admit it was a
Maguire's been fantastic. I'm quoting him. I'm quoting him.
Make sure you clip that.
I'm quoting.
The
No, I
man-
was quoting him.
Look, see?
I was quoting him.
He's back.
You know what?
I was
You know what
quoting
they say,
him.
right? That is why they say a microphone and a camera are the most dangerous things in the world. This man.
Oh, I
spent
can think of a
2-3
couple more.
weeks
I
denying it.
never said it was a dive. I was quoting
You
him.
just said it.
I was quoting him. I'm allowed to read a quote out.
Was it a dive?
We're not going, guys. We're
Was
not
it a
going
dive?
back into this. We're not going back into this.
Anyway.
But regardless, I do. It's a side point, but I think Maguire should be considered to go because I think he's been fantastic. But anyway,
I think
back
he's
to
under
Chelsea.
consideration.
Back to Chelsea.
Back to
Because also have that kind of head there, not physically massive
he's a good
size,
player.
but yeah. Back to Chelsea. Look, Reece James out. They're not taking their job seriously. Do they have any chance against PSG? Because they got to beat them by at least 3 goals to even go to extra time.
They ain't going nowhere, man. They're out.
They're out.
Come on, bro.
They're out. City are out. Liverpool are through. Arsenal out.
Well, what was this thing? We'll go through the game. So we're giving Chelsea no chance against PSG. And then what about? Or we'll go to the Man City game. Then Man City at home 3-0. Lost so far to Real Madrid. But even like I talked to Raul straight after the game. He was on the stream with us, and he still said, "Guys, this is far from over."
Oh,
Who's that?
Raul, the Real Madrid fan.
No, that's come on.
that game's done.
You really think
Because
that?
he basically went, if Pep Guardiola, he said, if anyone can turn this over, it's Pep Guardiola.
Not against Madrid. Did you not hear the news today as well? Mbappe and my man's back.
They're back.
Yeah.
So Mbappe's back. I can't remember. I don't know who else was back as well.
Camavinga or
Maybe.
two of the guys that were out
Let
in
me
the
find
first
it. Let me find it.
Really?
Let me find it. But I think like I would give Man City a much better chance of getting through than I would give
The
Chelsea.
same Man City that can't even beat West Ham.
No, I know, but it's different. It is different gravy. No, but I would.
Listen to what you're saying, bro. The same Man City that could not even beat West Ham. They're going to score
Who's
4
better,
goals
City or
against-
Chelsea?
Huh?
Because what I said was I'd give Man City a better chance of going through than I'd give Chelsea.
Yeah, but Chelsea got no chance either. So we're talking like you're really scraping the barrel now.
No, I
It's a
think I
race
know.
to the bottom.
No, I think it is different because Real Madrid, Real Madrid haven't been anywhere near as good as this season as we have known previously. Right? They've fallen so many times. We were sat here before. Raul said
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, but when it comes to the Champions League, we all know that puts a battery in their back.
No, I agree with that, but I do think as well with Man City basically having nothing else to play for. What, not in the league?
They've got the Carabao Cup.
In the league, well, yeah, they've got the Carabao Cup next weekend. This weekend, it's this weekend, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, that is true.
weekend?
It's this Sunday. But I do think
If I was
City have a
them,
better
I
chance
would
of going
rest some
through
players for that. Funny enough.
because Real Madrid have shown themselves to be fallible. Raul himself told me that
Players.
No.
You know
against Frank, you can't rest players this midweek.
Yeah,
Arsenal, you can't.
I told you
No,
about
'cause
Leverkusen.
the-
You see what that
we-
strike was doing to your centre backs?
The reason why we
Oh,
can't
yeah,
risk
yeah,
play
yeah.
is because the game is in effect still in the balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
What,
City-
Leverkusen?
Yeah.
1-1,
Yeah, but
everything to play for.
do you see what that strike was doing to your centre backs? Or was it there for four? What was it
Did he
for
score?
four?
Did he score?
Running rings around Gabriel and Saliba. Running
Anyway,
rings.
the point I'm making is that our game is far more in the balance than theirs. They're not going to beat Real Madrid. They have to score 4 goals. They're not going to do that.
And not conceding.
And not concede. Can you imagine that?
No.
They couldn't even beat West Ham. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, no, they were diabolical against West Ham. I mean, I loved it. It's great
See,
fun.
what it is with City, right? No disrespect. People are talking about City they're reflecting. They're thinking about the City of 2022, 20. That's not, I kept saying to everyone, that ain't City no more.
But you did
don't
just
want
say
to
the
do-
same
you don't
about
want to do
Real
Liverpool.
Madrid. You said when it comes to the
What did I say about Madrid?
You-
You not
you-
hear me
you-
say that when
you
it comes
s-
to the Champions League, it puts a battery in their back?
yeah, but that's because of the Real Madrid of old. But then you're now saying this is not the Man City of old, so we
Yeah,
can't rate them in the
but
same
they-
way.
No. they're
Real
not as
Madrid
good as-
haven't been anywhere near as good as they have been in the last 5 years in
but
the Champions
I
League.
did say, Dylan, I said it more than once, that when it comes to the Champions League, it almost like it puts a battery in their back and they get fired up for the tournament. And then the big names play, which is probably an indictment on them. They're big players, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, Camavinga, like Valverde, well, bro, they consider that as their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they put all their energies into that. And I'm saying that there's no way that I think that City, I mean, of course it's not humanly impossible, but what is the realistic percentage of that happening?
I'd give it.
5%?
I'd give it. I was going to say
so
5.
Very, very,
Highly
very
unlikely.
unlikely that they're going to score 4 goals without Real Madrid scoring at least 1. They might win the game. Well done. But at the end of it, Madrid will go through to the next stage.
Yeah, but I do think the Carabao Cup final is going to be a different story. That's going to be a much more interesting game. Because you talk about, that is Real Madrid's bag. Sorry, Man City's bag, the Carabao Cup. Pep Guardiola loves that competition.
Well,
he
we're
does
catching
big time.
City at a good time right now.
You really, you're catching Haaland at a good time. I'll tell you that. Yeah. You're catching Haaland at a fantastic time.
That being said, though, we can't afford to be complacent because now City are in that place where they won't admit it, but the Carabao Cup could be the only thing they win this season. They can't, because the Premier League, let's be honest, I've been telling you, man, for weeks, Laurie's been arrogant and this and that. I said there's no title race.
He backtracked. Because I asked him a couple times. Is there a title race? He said,
No, never.
No, it was after you drew
Dylan
to
will back me
Wolves.
up on this.
It was after you drew to Wolves and City went, I think, 2 points behind you.
Start shaking. Start getting nervous.
No.
Look, but this
There have been times when I've said on the show that I'm a little concerned that the front line is still not firing the way I want it to be.
But then
I've never,
it
ever
started
once
firing.
Backtracked and said that we wouldn't win the league. And if anyone can provide evidence of that, please.
No, but not winning the league and
Yeah,
not being in a
but
title race is
title race,
different.
yeah,
Two can be true.
So what? Is the league done?
You
Yes.
tell me.
No, I'll wait for you to
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to answer.
You tell me.
No. Is the league
Is
done?
there still a title race?
100%. Is the league done?
Okay. Come on. 10 points.
Is it done?
10 points.
How did he?
He's asking for a yes or a no.
It's done.
It's done, yeah?
It's done.
Hey, City, please.
If you, listen, I'm not a betting man, but if you want to bet me, we can donate the money to charity. I've already got a bet with Matisse.
250 quid, yeah.
Who's going to win the
But,
Don't worry about City's going to win. Was it Sunday or Sunday?
I heard that
Sunday.
Matisse is out there organising a GoFundMe. Pay me my money.
But I want to
I'll tell you
rattle
what we
through
could
these.
do. You could bet me
Okay.
250,
You know?
right? About
That's-
the title, and then
yeah.
if you win that, you could give it to Matisse, and then you know what I mean.
I need the plus at least. I need the plus 5 points or
Triangular
something.
theory.
I need the plus.
No, the maths doesn't work for that.
Don't.
It doesn't work. Why would he bet you 250 quid and then you tell him to give it to me? All you do is lose money in that situation.
Exactly, yeah.
You lose 250 in that.
When I get the money from Matisse,
You pass it on.
I'm going to give it to charity.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be quite.
What charity? Corner kick.
Any chance you want to donate it to cancer research for my
Yeah,
marathon?
you know what? We could do that. Or I might even invite Matisse and say, who do you want to donate? Just out of the goodness of my heart.
But if anyone feels like donating money, I'm running the Brighton Marathon
'Cause that way-
for cancer research. Link in the description to
Brighton
donate.
Marathon.
Yeah?
Have we got
In
the-
about a
That way
month's
you
time.
won't have to give the money to me directly. You can feel good about giving it to a charity.
I got something on anyway. Liverpool to finish above Man United.
Yeah, you do 50 quid.
I wouldn't bet if I were you.
I
I
got
wouldn't
one
bet
of
if I
that.
were you.
Is it 100 quid?
£100.
What, with Josh?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be above them right now.
You should be, but you're not.
If we beat Wolves,
You're 5 points
beat
behind.
Tottenham, we'll be above
Yeah, but you
them.
didn't beat Wolves, though.
Shocking.
You didn't beat Tottenham.
Shocking. Wolves, this little Wolves, we can't beat Wolves. Then Tottenham comes to
Wolves
our
are a
house.
super team, man.
Resurgent Wolves, man.
Wolves are an absolute super team second half of this season. They've been taking points off everybody.
Don't they play tonight, by the way? They play.
They do. They play Brentford tonight.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Brentford away.
Where is that?
Brentford away at Brentford.
Oh, they might struggle.
Yeah, they might struggle with that one. But I do want to get through the rest of these Champions League games before the end of the show. Obviously,
Smash the
predicting.
likes.
Yeah, smash the likes as well. Get your comments in. Let me know who you
There's
think
a
will be
couple
going through in the
of
Champions
no-brainers
Leagues.
in there, man.
Yeah, well, PSG to go through over Chelsea,
Done.
Real Madrid to go through over Man City, Arsenal Leverkusen.
Now, that is going to be a good game.
I told you about Liverpool.
It's not your result against Leverkusen obviously it doesn't help you because you didn't go through, but the fact that you now can't rest players tomorrow
No, we can't.
ahead of the game on Sunday. But if you had won that game 3-0, for example, like I know that there were controversies in that game because the guy that scored for Leverkusen
You shouldn't have
shouldn't have been on the pitch. And obviously there's debate about Madueke's penalty as well, so kind of it all cancels out
That was a
slightly.
pen, though.
But
That was a
regardless, it's not an easy game for you. You're going to have to play your full strength team, and they're going to have to play 70, 80, 90 minutes
And
to get the
Leverkusen,
3 points.
You're probably aware that they had a very good result at the weekend. They drew
Well,
with
Bayern
Bayern.
Munich. What?
They drew with Bayern
Drew Bayern.
1-1.
at home.
9 men.
When we drew with them, everyone was
But they were lucky.
Well, I mean, but you see what happened in the game, though. It's that they scored in the 6th minute. Bayern then equalised in the 69th minute, but Jackson got sent off, and so did Luis Diaz, who scored the goal. He then got sent off. So Bayern had a bit of a nightmare that game.
They had two goals.
Two red cards.
Handball, then Diaz.
But regardless, 1-1, back-to-back 1-1 draws against two of the best, well, probably the two best teams in Europe at the moment. Two of the best teams in Europe. That's going to give them a lot of confidence.
It's funny though, whenever Arsenal get what many consider to be an adverse result or performance, immediately you get a lot of people chiming in, Arsenal, this and that. And then later results show that actually that team are not as bad as what people are making out. So, for example, Wolves. When we drew with Wolves, I had people like you and Dylan coming at me, I couldn't even beat Wolves. Next two games after that, they beat Villa and Liverpool. Leverkusen, we drew with them. Leverkusen, weak team, rubbish. Rah, rah, rah. Very next game, they draw with Bayern, who, apart from Arsenal, are the form team in Europe. So, but to this game, I think it is going to be a difficult game because we know what Leverkusen are going to do. They're going to try and low block it. I don't expect anything different.
I can see the game being very similar to your second leg semi-final against Chelsea for the Carabao Cup. That 1-0 late goal
It's gonna be
get
cagey.
through. Yeah.
So we need to try and score early to get them to come out and play a little bit. But what I would say about it, and I'm reliably informed that the vibes, the atmosphere at
Lyle's
the ground...
sources.
No, I had it on more than one.
Yeah, go on.
The atmosphere at the ground on Saturday was next level. And just the way we won that game with the down one goal at the end, everyone's pumped now.
So lucky.
Oh, it was...
So lucky.
Well,
So
look,
lucky.
right.
Was it lucky?
So lucky.
Don't, come on now, come on, stop.
And then on the
You're
other,
better than that, man. Come
on the other side of the draw, you've got obviously Bodo 3-0 up currently against
informed
Sporting.
Bodo.
Bodo are just bona fide world-class team at the moment, it seems. They're beating everybody.
You know what, right?
They
If
are
we get
beating
through tomorrow,
everybody.
right? I'm glad you said that. If we get through tomorrow, which is by no means a surety, because we have to respect Leverkusen, I do think we'll beat them. But having said that, you know what I mean? If we get through Leverkusen and play Bodo and we beat them, I don't want to hear you and him, oh yeah, but it was only Bodo. And they're not that good. And, but it was easy. You see, keep that energy, yeah? You see that? Keep that same energy. You're talking up Bodo. Because if we beat
it's great
them,
fun, man.
I don't want to hear,
And
but it's only Bodo.
And if
You're lucky.
Leverkusen beats you,
No, well, like I said, we've got to get through Leverkusen first. I'm paying them that level of respect. What I'm saying, though, is if we do get through tomorrow and then we play Bodo and we beat Bodo, I don't want to hear this, you know what I mean, the retrospective, but they were crap and... Yeah,
No. I'll
I'll
happily say it now. Bodo look fantastic.
Yeah,
everything goes for them at the moment because that Astro pitch changes everything for them, and it really does. That AstroTurf pitch changes everything in their favour in the home leg.
everything.
Not really, because it's not always done that. Because we beat them 3-0 on that Astro pitch a few years back.
But I'm saying this season for the most part, obviously everything goes their way. But the Astro pitch, I think, does give them an advantage.
With confidence, bro. That counts for a lot. When you know what I mean, all the teams at this stage of the Champions League have at least 2 or 3 really good players, and all it takes is for 2 or 3 good players to have a really good day. And you know what I mean, you've got problems. So I don't think that
they score some bangers as well.
Respect by just talking about the pitch. They clearly got some good players.
Oh yeah, they do. I'm just saying that I think their home advantage is fantastic.
Let's not be doing this. It's only because of the pitch stuff.
I didn't say that.
No, but you're emphasising that.
No, I said that that's an advantage they have that other teams don't have.
You're emphasising that.
No, I think it's true though. It's an advantage.
All right.
They're used to playing on Astro, whereas other teams aren't.
I'm saying
it helps.
When we beat them, do not come with
Hey, look, as FJ said, God, there's no when, because you're not even beating Leverkusen at the moment. We'll see. But we are therefore expecting Bodo to get through against Sporting.
I think they will,
yeah. And then on Wednesday, got some more games. Barcelona, Newcastle. Now, this is a very interesting one. Very, very interesting one.
It's at Barcelona, isn't it?
It's at Barcelona, but Barcelona looked really... I was very surprised and kind of let down, I feel like, Barcelona, because, you know, with me and Doyle before the game...
You wanted them to beat Newcastle.
I was expecting them to give Newcastle a much better game than they did. They were not great at all.
To be fair to
Newcastle completely ran them everywhere.
Press.
Yeah, Newcastle did what Newcastle do absolutely best in that game.
When they get that right, and I've said many times on this show and other shows that Newcastle are at home. When they're on it, very difficult team to beat. It's just that they've been pretty inconsistent this season for whatever reason. But when they're on it, bro, trust me, they got that crowd, they got that the energy, the vibes. They've also got some very good players.
So unlucky.
And they're well managed as well.
But
Eddie Howe, a lot of people seem to be coming from this season. Shout out to my boy Clinton. He's not having Eddie Howe. But honestly, when he gets it right, I mean, I know I've been on the wrong end of Newcastle. Last season, they beat us in the Carabao Cup comfortably as well. Both games, they were the better team.
Yeah.
So I know what they can do.
But can they do it at Camp Nou?
Right, good question.
That's the main thing.
Think they can.
Barcelona, since they've gone back to Camp Nou, I think they've won all 11 games. Because obviously they played at the Olympic Stadium first half of the season. All 11 games, it might be in the league only. All 11 games they've played there, they've won and scored at least 3 in every single one of those games.
And I think the thing with Newcastle as well the other day, it appeared to me anyway that they kind of caught Barcelona lacking a little bit. When they weren't ready for that pressing and the energy and that Premier League vibe.
Yeah.
So are we giving Barcelona this tie then?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for them to replicate that in the second leg.
And then Bayern Munich obviously 6-1 up against Atalanta. I think that's fine. But just a side point: have you guys seen what's happening with the Bayern Munich goalkeeper situation at the moment? So Ulrich got injured in a game yesterday. Neuer's currently injured. Their third choice goalkeeper, Jonas Erbig, suffered a concussion in the first leg of the round of 16. And their under-19s goalkeeper is also injured, meaning that Bayern may have to call up 16-year-old Leonard Prescott to the squad because they don't have another goalkeeper.
And it's a great game for him to play. 6-1 up.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
it's a
6-1
great
up.
game.
They'll be
It's good.
at home,
That's amazing.
chill out,
That's a
Champions
good
League
game.
debut. Hopefully, it's better than Kinsky's Champions League debut. But it's just like, I think we would expect them to go through, but it's just a very funny scenario.
If he was the Tottenham manager, are you taking Kinsky off?
Nah, no way.
You leaving him on?
Well,
No, I would have taken him
I'd
off.
swap at
I
half
think
time
the
though.
decision to take him off was probably to save him for himself. Because can you imagine?
I'd have done it at half time.
There's
Just
two ways to look at it.
personally,
Is that
I'd have
why
done it
you
at
sink-
half time.
Is that why you sink or swim? So you just leave him out.
I think Dylan makes a good point. I might have been inclined to
I
leave
think
it
he
till
should have done it
half-time,
at half time.
but he would not have come out for the second half. You
He
can't-
not for the second half at all. I think it's the right decision to maybe leave him in the dressing room or like just have him on the bench. Put the big coat up in the hood. That's where you can do the Ekatike thing. Hide under the hood. But making him, if it's at home, maybe more likely, because it'll be a home crowd, so they'll maybe give him, maybe give him a warm reception, clap off, pat on the back kind of thing. But away from home, where the entire world laughing at him, away in Madrid, I just think it was wrong. But before we wrap up, also Liverpool Galatasaray. FJ, I know you're going to say Liverpool
I'm
to go
gonna say
through.
right now. If Liverpool don't win that tomorrow, Slot, clear your desk that night.
Done.
Come on live at 5. Come on live
Clear
at
your
5
desk
for
that
an
night
exclusive the next day.
and start planning for.
So if Liverpool don't qualify and we don't beat Galatasaray,
If you go out given
Yeah,
where
bro,
you are in the league and going out of the Champions League to let's face it, a lower rated side like Galatasaray, you really think that Slot as I think his position is almost untenable. That's my personal view. You're a Liverpool fan. Over to you.
I still believe it should be end of the season that he goes. I don't think
Yeah,
he should
but
be
in
sacked.
effect, he's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
He
Let's
shouldn't
start.
be there first game of next season.
Those phone calls that they've been putting into
If he
other
loses
managers,
tonight,
like Xavi
tomorrow,
Alonso and
Wednesday.
all them.
That's true, but is it going to happen?
Listen,
Liverpool, are
I
they
would-
going out?
I
Are they
would
staying in?
bet big money, even though I'm not a betting man, that they've already reached out to several managers like Xabi Alonso and said, listen, man, what I'm saying is if you don't beat Galatasaray tomorrow,
It's a long day.
they may ask Alonso to,
It's
we
hard-
spoke about the end of the season.
it's a hard
next season.
summer. It's a hard summer. It's a hard summer. The World Cup
but he shouldn't be there for that summer.
For the whole World Cup summer.
He should go after the final game of the season.
But bringing in a new manager after the World
No,
Cup
I'm not saying
summer
that they
is so
will.
hard. It's
I'm not
so
saying
hard.
that they will. I'm saying that okay, what I'm saying, if they don't beat Galatasaray tomorrow, the calls for him to go will be deafening.
They were booing him at Anfield.
Exactly.
When-
So can you
after
imagine
Tottenham
if you
match, they were
don't?
booing.
That's Saturday.
Rightly.
Can you imagine going out the Champions League to Galatasaray?
I do think, to preface it, I do think Liverpool will go through, but I think it'll be ugly.
Sure.
I think Anfield will get them. It's Anfield under the lights in the Champions League. So many times we've seen it's a very well established formula. It has been for last
No one's
under
scared.
Klopp and co.
No one's scared to come to Anfield
But
no more.
that is the thing
no
is
one's
that.
scared to come to Anfield. Easy. Before people were scared to go to Old Trafford.
But it's the I think it's
No,
the
everyone
players.
walks there.
No
Walks
one. This is things that no one's scared of playing Liverpool. I think Liverpool fans will make the atmosphere fantastic at the start of the game. Obviously, you have your flags, sing and everything, and it's up to the players. It's down to the players to then carry that onto the pitch. That's more what I
it's
think.
It's down to the players to help the fans help them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. But I do think it will. I think you'll go through. I think you'll go through, but I think it'll be a rough one.
I thought we were going to pump them in Turkey. I
That's-
thought we were going to beat
You
them
won't-
in
yeah.
Turkey. I thought we was going to beat
I
them
did
easily.
say 1-1 in that game, and it was actually
You did,
1-0 to
yeah.
Galatasaray.
Liverpool were terrible. So do you think Liverpool will go through though? Yes or no? Or is it going to be pens? Is it going to be extra time?
I've never been in it. Normally I say, oh, it's easy. We see now? Oh,
Yeah, even you can't do it.
Even I can't do it. Slot.
You know what?
Yeah.
Please.
I predicted that Liverpool would squeak through. I think I'm just about going to stay with it. But
I can see it being 2-1 after 90 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you score an extra time, or you go through on pens or something.
Yeah.
It will be. I just don't think it will be ugly. And then Spurs, Atletico Madrid.
don't think it will be
Spurs.
ugly? You
No,
think-
so I do think it will be ugly. I don't think it'll be easy. Spurs, Atletico Madrid 5-2 up. And then
Now there's different Spurs now.
No,
different Spurs.
Oh yeah, no! Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
different
Yeah,
Spurs.
I think we've not really got too much time to go through Rocket Rank. Unfortunately, I was going to go about most likely teams to give a shock or a comeback. Maybe you can give me one. Most likely teams to give me a shot or a
Most
comeback.
likely
We've
to give
literally
you a
got
shock.
30
Galatasaray.
seconds, so give me like this.
Galatasaray.
No, but it's not a shock because they're 1-0 up. Like, I would say Man City, most likely team to give us a shock in this round.
Tottenham. Can they?
Who do you think?
Atalanta.
Atalanta. Put
No, I'm only
6 past the
joking.
16-year-old goalkeeper.
I'm only joking. The only shock will be Galatasaray.
So Galatasaray, I said City.
And
You've
I'm
said...
saying-
Wait, who did you say?
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
New
There you
Tottenham
go.
now.
Apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. Hope you guys have had a fantastic Monday. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think is the most likely team to give us a shock? We'll be back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. to look at some of the games and head in towards the watch-alongs. I'll see you then. Cheers.
Lovely.
Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.